On defense, number 10, Jacob Scooter. And number 22, Nate Tubes. The wings are number 6, Riley King. And number 14, Ian O'Keefe. And at center, number 38, Cole Hagenmiller. Head coach for the Bulldogs is Chris Miller.
Woo!
For Apple Valley Burnsville, Eagle, number 35, Miles Johnson. On defense, number 12, Andrew Leduc. And number 22, Cam Nolan. The wings are number 21, Cole Himmelreich. And number 34, Spencer Keithley. And at center, number 2, Avery Buckner. Assistant coaches for Apple Valley Burnsville are Scott Roller and Tyler Carlson, and the head coach, Tate Erickson. At this time, we ask you to stand. Move your cameras and direct your attention to the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Burnsville Ice Arena. Bulldog hockey is on the air on the road tonight against the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. Alongside Andy Burns, I'm Ryan Phelps. JV wins 4-0 tonight. Andy, should be a fun one here for the varsity squad as well against, well, the school you and I went to, Apple Valley.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Talking to a couple of the Apple Valley coaches between games. They've got a nice little program going over here. A lot of Apple Valley kids, but they're looking forward to competing well with us, and I think this should be a fun game for tonight.
Bulldogs coming off a nice performance. It's a fun day, a little bit of a hockey Saturday, if you will, down at Le Sueur. Nice wins for the boys, and yeah, good to see how they respond on this week of road trips. Tonight in Burnsville, Thursday night in Litchfield, and then the big trip Saturday down to Laverne.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Like you said, Saturday was a lot of fun watching the girls' teams take action and watching the two boys' teams play. And then Saturday should be a good matchup for the Bulldogs. That'll be a good barometer to see where they're at in the season.
Yeah.
Laverne having a good year, so it should be a lot of fun this week.
Two teams meet out at center ice, and we are underway as Hagenmiller pushes a face-off ahead. O'Keefe there as well to try to put it in deep. Eagles bank it off the far wall, kept in at the line, shot toward that. Here's O'Keefe, great chance in front, and he fired it wide. Great look that time by O'Keefe. Had Hagenmiller right there, but boy, that was about 12 seconds in. Big hit thrown down low. O'Keefe gives his man a shove. Twos bumps a guy, and now picked up by the Eagles and carried ahead. Buckner hits the checkered stripe and sends it in deep. Now Jago Smooter back to get it. Here's Twos. Outlet to Hollerick, tipped to center ice. Gathered there by TJ Robb and sent into the Bulldog end. Quick transition for Minnesota River as Twos flips all the way ahead for Carter Hunt, but he's tied up on a play. And now Smoother back to get it for the Bulldogs. Twos ahead. Smikalski hooked up a bit. Hands it off for Holrick, 2-on-1. Holrick walks in. Shot! Got through the goaltender's elbow and leaked onto the near side. A rush for Apple Valley. Fired in deep. That came off the stick of White. And now Smikalski to the line, but not out. Bulldogs able to stab at it as Hunt is tied up. Found a dancing partner there just outside the blue line. Wrist shot, Liddell the save. And now Holrick with it. He's got Breck Wackel out at center ice. Bouncing puck knocked down, and now Levi plays it all the way down the ice. Francis back to get it. To the near side. This is Nolan. Banks it all the way down, and we'll have an icing. And our first stoppage, 1 minute, 51 seconds into the game.
Fast pace right out of the gate. Like seeing both teams going up and down the ice. Nice to see Liddell get a couple saves in there, too, to get the juices flowing a little bit. It'd be nice to have him have a big game tonight against Apple Valley.
Anders Liddell in goal for Minnesota River. Miles Johnson, the netminder, number 35 for Apple Valley. He's a senior. Jack Miller in the corner. Tied up in the play by Marshall Link. Wackel trying to help out. That's Levi. Breck Wackel also out there. Miller emerges with it. And then tied back up again. A lot of grinding on that far dasher. Finally squirts free. Wackel hands off for Twos on his backhand. Throws it out front. It goes right through the crease and wide. Juarez plays it to the corner for Miller. Tried to reverse the pass, but kind of fanned on it partially. Levi missed on the pass as well, and Twos is forced to play it out at center ice, and he fanned on it. That's a contagious play you don't want to see, Andy.
Nope, that is not.
Into the bench and out of play. Charlie's got it. And he gets a round of applause.
Oh, absolutely, you should.
Well, we saw one of the Apple Valley JV coaches take a puck to the head, Andy, one of your buddies.
Yeah, Tony Sikic took one off the bean earlier. Good to see that he's all right. At least he sounded coherent.
Gugesberg, for as much as he can. Gugesberg steamrolls a player. Shot right on by Moreau. And Johnson the save. So we'll face it off again inside the Apple Valley zone to the right of Johnson. Top line out there, Cam taking the draw this time with O'Keefe to his left and Moreau to his right, not Cole. Cam wins the draw. Shot through traffic on the back door. O'Keefe has it in behind.
Nice shot by Corbin.
Cam with it now. Riley drops it off for Gugesberg. He'll take it deep. Throws one off the side of the net and hit the goalie's pad. Now O'Keefe there. He'll try to center. Nearly got it through to Moreau. Played down the ice. Icing waved off. Liddell will settle it there. Gugesberg plays to the far wall. Intercepted. And now high slot opportunity. Hand off. Walking right in and a save made by Liddell. They try to jam it in on the near side. Liddell down on the ice. Puck is still free. Get that thing out of there. Cam just upended an eagle. That eagle was Keekley, Spencer Keekley, as Gugesberg, or rather Frederickson just lost an edge. Keekley looked around to the referee like, how did you miss that one?
Yeah, Bulldogs fortunate on that last rush. Liddell looked like he was sprawling around a little bit, looked a little kerfuzzled down there, so nice to see him hold tight and Bulldogs get it back out in that play zone.
Still 0-0, 12:58 to play. Opening period here in Burnsville. Eagles wrap it around to the near side. This is White. Outlet pass, tape to tape, and a rush. Tried to center, puck is loose and they score. Backside rebound. John White took the shot. I think it was Benolkin on the goal. That's 13. Spencer Miller.
That was a nice play by John White to get that puck deep. Nice outlet pass to him. He got caught behind the D of Bulldogs, and he drove in, put a shot on, and that back door was wide open.
Yeah, I think Nick White to John White to Miller in front. And, we talked about this during our JV broadcast, Andy. Those backside rebounds have been killers for the Bulldogs all year.
Yep. Got to keep that door closed as much as possible, help out those goalies.
Twos drives it down low.
Burnsville his second goal of the season, number 23, Burnsville.
So they're saying 23.
Number 24, John White. And number 22, Cam Nolan. Time to goal 4:13.
Centering pass. Waldo turnaround shot. That one hit the goaltender's pads.
At 4:13.
Beautiful pass by Hunt there.
Yeah, nice play set up. Intercepted at the line, towards the net by Grant, and he's knocked down. Levi in behind. Intercepted there by Link. Right in front and tipped wide by Grant. Back in behind the Eagle net. This will be an icing. Down in a hurry. 11:40 to go. 1-0 our score. Apple Valley with the lead, but a nice start though for Minnesota River, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. Just the one play where you got behind the goalie. Otherwise, I thought the Bulldogs were right there with them, and they're controlling the play so far.
They said 23 got the goal. I'm almost certain that was 13 though. And now a rush once again down the ice. Liddell will cover it, and that's a penalty. So Draheim knocked down on the play. That'll be Lincoln Priest heading off. Interference to call. It was an unnecessary penalty to take. The play was over, and he just gave Draheim a shove. Dangerous play, really, but he'll serve two, and the Bulldogs will go on the power play. Cam knocked down at the line by Moreau, but it does leak out to center ice. Cam crosses the line, throws it across the goal mouth. O'Keefe is there, and he lost it. Two is the first one there. He'll just take it all the way himself. Twos walks in, shot it wide. We talked about that earlier too. That just leads to a rush the other way. Get that thing, either get it on net or set up a play. Cam with it. Switches with Moreau. Cam walking in. Hands off Twos. Top of the circle. Twos shot. Goaltender was completely screened, but it went wide. Need some pucks on net here, Andy.
Yeah, like you said, it would be nice to see the Bulldogs set up in the zone and work it around a little bit. Make Apple Valley work a little bit on their end.
Here's Wackel. Long outlet. Touch pass. Didn't work for Hagenmiller. And now ahead for Hagenmiller, but it was behind him. He'll switch up 4 or 5 on the power play unit. 40 seconds left in the man advantage on the Priest interference penalty. Here's Frederickson. Now across the line comes Gugesberg. He'll go to the corner. Down low for Smikalski. Frederickson creeping in on the backside. Now up top for Wackel. Gugesberg shot off the elbow. Might have gone high anyways. Wackel walks in. A shot, he scores! Power play goal, and we're tied at 1.
Bit of a shot by Wackel. Going glove side up on the goal. He put that right in the corner. Puts the Bulldogs right back in the game 1-1.
It was on net.
Yep.
It's a key.
It's amazing how that works sometimes. And just like that, with 9:41 left here in period 1, we got an even ball game.
Nice answer, and it was good. The top power play unit there just couldn't get things settled down. Switch them up. Second unit comes in. Quick setup, too. Maybe he had 15, 20 seconds of offensive zone time there. Puck ends up in the net. That was Levi Wackel with the goal. Nice keep. Mikulski a shot. That got through. Went wide of the net. But a nice hard shot on goal. Snuck through the elbow. And you recall I mentioned that on a shot earlier. Maybe that's a weak spot for this goaltender is that elbow.
Yep. Yeah, they
Hand
peppered
off.
a few times.
Hollerich shot. Save. Big rebound. Domerus is there, but is forced to the corner. That one hit off twos, so icing waved off. Juarez back to get it. Long outlet. Caught by Cam. This is O'Keefe. O'Keefe has Hagen Miller. O'Keefe drop pass. Juarez jumping into the rush. And a 3-on-1 for Valley. Cross the line. Shot and a save made by Liddell. Second attempt. And it's deflected just wide.
Yeah, Corbin tried to help out with that one, and it put it pretty close on Anders there.
They're offside at the line. Good look by Apple Valley that time, and nearly, again, a rebound on the backside as Liddell made a nice initial save, but on the odd man rush, no one there to pick up the weak side trailer.
Yep.
Bulldogs win the faceoff. Long stretch pass. Cam hands off O'Keefe, but it went through his legs. And now quickly back the other way comes Gilbertson. Draheim rubs him out on the far wall. Then he's tripped up on the play. Puck squirts free. And now back the other way comes Cam. Jumps around an offender. Cam ducks below another check. Wackel. And now cleared out to center ice. Frederickson is there. Knocked off his stick. Liddell will settle it. Frederickson circles the net, and he'll lead the charge the other way. Centers, nobody home. Grant tries to track it down to the corner. Smooter able to hold the line. He'll wrap it around to the far corner. Down there to get it is TJ Robb. Clear to the point, not out. Frederickson took a little too long to cock the gun. I thought that went in the netting, didn't it? Even the fans below
and
said
the
that.
coaches are saying it too on the Apple Valley side.
This will be an icing. So no harm done. We'll face it off down here anyways.
Yeah, the Apple Valley coach is questioning that one.
He says, didn't it go into the netting? When the fans below are ducking.
Yeah, that's usually a sign. Something's coming down.
7:14 to play here first period. Coming to you from Burnsville, Minnesota. Great barn here. The nice wood ceiling and end walls. A historic arena in Minnesota high school hockey. Smikulski pushed up against the wall. Stolen away by Hallrick toward the net. Now Hunt is there, but it was to his offhand. Eagles clear to the line and out. And now rush the other way, poked down the ice by Tessa. Outlet pass was behind Hunt. Yeah, you're right. New face mask for Carter Hunt. I heard you ask me that, but I didn't see him until just now.
Yeah, he's got the shield instead of the cage now.
It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new wardrobe.
Eagles try to center. Picked up down low by Keekly. He'll play it in behind. Frederickson there, and now O'Keefe. Nice little non-verbal there. Signals Cam over to the wall. Cam, drag move, gets around the defender. Puck is loose in front. And it's not in. I thought it went. Not in the net. Hollerick is behind the goalie, but no goal. The referee has some stern words for Ian O'Keefe. I don't know if O'Keefe had some stern words for him to start, but very aggressive talk from the head referee. Now a little pat on the back.
Yeah, it looked like obviously the referee lost sight of the puck. It was bouncing around, and where the referee was, he was behind the goal line, trying to find the puck, and was more towards the top of the crease, still loose, and he lost sight and blew the whistle.
What I was saying is O'Keefe was going to the wall. He pointed up the ice for Cam. Really a nice veteran play by the two seniors. Shot by twos. Going for the one-timer. It was knee high, though, for O'Keefe. Eagles able to clear. Cam is there, reaching for it. Now a quick 2-on-1 the other way. Centering pass! And covered by Liddell. Never really got the shot off. You know, we mentioned the speed earlier from the JV team. It looks like the varsity is the same way for Apple Valley. Very speedy team. That went from a simple clear to a 2-on-1 like that.
Yeah, and again, I think that's the second time where Apple Valley's had a chance on that side there, and they haven't been able to corral the puck to get a shot off.
Nice save by Liddell through traffic. Now O'Keefe is there. That one deflected high into the air. Tipped 3 times on the way. Liddell in the full splits. Now he's down. We've got a penalty coming up. Penalty called from out at center ice. It's a cross check, I think, against Riley or Moreau. Ethan Moreau. Moreau said it's number 8, by the way. And I think our JV coaches here thought he said something else. All right, Eagles on the power play now. As they work the perimeter up top. Link, shot was blocked. Bounces to the line and out. Ulrich will send it in deep.
Nice shot by Max.
Back the other way comes Vanolkin. Vanolkin gets around Frederickson, walks in. Liddell makes the save. Onto the half wall, Vanolkin again, pestered by Smikalski. Twos is there for the steal, and the clear off the glass. Minute 20 left in the Moreau cross check. 4:45 to go here, period number 1. It's a 1-1 hockey game.
Max still out there. Riley out there as well.
Quick rush down the ice once again. This is Buckner. A shot, he missed the net. And comes right out to Cam, 1-on-1, shorthanded. He'll slow things down. Shot on, stick save. Eagles again, quickly across the line. Buckner off the wall to Vanolkin. He'll hit the brakes. Hagenmiller on him. Quickly converging is Guggesberg. I like that play.
Yep.
They kept the line. Buckner walking in. Shot was blocked by Riley. Now Vanolkin with it. Pestered by Frederickson. Guggesberg on him. Shot from a close angle. Puck is cleared off the wall, but not out. Bouncing puck. And they'll send it back around. Just 10 seconds left in the power play. Centered. Missed on the one-timer. Nice back check by Hagenmiller. Nice tic-tac-toe pass in there. Here comes Moreau out of the penalty box. 2-on-1. Moreau centers. Hagenmiller, but it was behind him.
Yeah, this Apple Valley team is super fast.
3:14 to go here in period 1. Nice intercept. Now it's loose for Miller. Miller across the line. Shot blocked. And hung up there for a moment, long enough for John White to jump on it. And now shoveled off the glass by Spencer Miller. Juarez down low. Ties up White. Far side wall for Miller. Can't get the puck free. Now Two's able to clear it down. Foot race for Hunt. He gets in behind the defender. That's TJ Robb. Here's Smikalski. Back to the point. Two's got to be quick. Shot deflected. I love that screen, though, in front. No chance the goalie saw that. Never made it on net. This one will be an icing. Nope, Two's got it. Two's slowed it down. Apple Valley will change. 2:22 to go. Long outlet for Hunt. Sent back in. The Eagles are offside, so that gives Minnesota River a chance to set up the breakout. Domris just handed it off Wrong team. Back the other way now comes Tassa. Tassa to the line. Gets around Juarez. Tassa takes a shoulder from Juarez. Now Domrus ahead for Hunt. That one got through. Domrus to the line again. Tassa is there. He'll knock Hunt down on the play. This is Twos with it now. Off the wall for Wackel through his legs. Twos is down. Puck went right into his skates though. Bulldogs catch a break there. Domrus stepped on the puck. Bulldogs have seen enough. I don't mind that choice at all.
So get some fresh legs out there and allow the boys to regroup. Minute 31 left here in period one. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this Apple Valley team, and I think you mentioned it as well in the JV game, this Apple Valley team's got some wheels. They fly up and down the ice pretty well. Bulldogs got to get their systems in place and try to set up in the offensive zone a little bit more. Because they're not going to have too many breakaways, I don't think.
Here's Breck Wackel. Wrists it all the way down. Off the end wall. And now back the other way comes Apple Valley, but they don't get very far as Gugesberg is there. Miller shovels it toward the net. Blocked down by the glove of Francis. He'll wrap it around. Big collision right at the line. Dreheim emerges with it. That one right off the skate laces of Jack Miller. Under a minute to go here in the first. Eagles back the other way. Nice pickpocket by Dreheim to get Gilbertson. Great moves by Riley Cam. Outlet pass to Miller. Turned his head just in time to brace for that hit. Gugesberg with it now. Oh, he lost it. Nice block by Corbin. Shoveled toward the net, gloved and held onto by Liddell. At number 5, Braden Francis, the son of Coach Francis, who is coaching the Pee Wee Apple Valley team up in Cloquet when you and I got to see them. Shot. Got just a piece of Anders. Nice quick save. Under 20 to play here. There's a wrister. That one missed everything. Eagles look like they're setting up a power play here.
Yeah.
Turnaround shot
that back
wide.
door is open.
Chopped at. Just 5 seconds left. Moreau, they're going to tell him to shoot it. Gets the shot, but doesn't make it on net. Little jousting after the horn sounds, and we are through 17 minutes of play. It's a 1-1 hockey game with Minnesota River and Apple Valley. Back here at Burnsville Ice Arena, Ryan Phelps and Joe Kane, we welcome into the broadcast booth.
How's it going, Phelpsy?
A nice first period for Minnesota River. Gave up just a couple of rushes, really was the difference, as Apple Valley was able to get on the board early. But I thought overall, Minnesota River played a nice first period, controlled most of the tempo, and had a nice power play goal.
Yeah, good pace. Most of the a lot of scoring opportunities for the Bulldogs, but did give a couple odd man rushes. Excited for a fast-paced second period.
This Apple Valley team has a lot of speed. We talked about that in the first period. We talked about that with the JV squad as well. But Minnesota River might have a little more talent, but Apple Valley might have the edge in the speed department.
JV looked really good today.
Got a nice 4-0 win as we're underway here at period number 2. Eagles bank one off the glass out to neutral. White is there, and he'll relay it in behind Anders.
Ooh, dangerous play, Ryan.
Two's reverse pass. Now Smooter up ahead, tape to tape for O'Keefe. He'll just butterfly one out to center. I love that idea, but the defenseman just got a piece of it, Benolkin. And behind Liddell's net, picked up by White. Centers, directed on goal, or near the goal. And now at the line, Benolkin is there. Two's on him. Cam able to take it away. Sent all the way down for O'Keefe. He'll tip it into the zone. Bulldogs will change up their defensive pair. Knocked out of midair by Hagenmiller. And Benolkin on the retreat. Hits the brakes, looks for an outlet. Bulldogs will change up their front
Ooh,
three.
that's a dangerous change right there for the Bulldogs. Good play by Fredrickson there.
Hollerick with it. Banks it off to Wall and got it out to Hunt. Hunt fights through a pair of checks. And now back the other way comes the captain, Benolkin. Long shift for Benolkin. A minute and a half, I guess, to start the second period.
Ryan, how old is this arena?
Oh, I'd say this was built in the early 70s.
Okay.
Would be my hunch. Late 60s, early 70s. It's a beauty.
High stick. Ooh. Surprised that was played there. So this is where you played then, I take it?
Well, at Apple Valley, we had our own rink, and we still do at the high school. But now that they've combined with Burnsville, Burnsville definitely has the better facility. So I think they play their home games here for that reason. And then Eastview High School also uses that same rink at Apple Valley. Woo. That was nearly a goal. JV, Braden Grant scored on JV from our own end earlier. Fired one all the way in on net, and the goaltender tried to one-time pass it. He fanned on it.
Kind of the same play there?
Almost. Here's Wackel. Drop pass in front for Levi. Sniffed out. Two's back to get it. He'll bank one off the wall for Miller. Miller shot off the crossbar and out of play.
Nice shot by Shaq Miller. Just hit the
laser.
crossbar. And Ryan, they combine just not enough kids these days.
Yeah, not a big enough program. I think to compete in their conference, in the South Suburban Conference, and in Section 3 AA, I think you just must need more bodies. Blanco fanned on it.
Two guys whiffed on it. Shoot.
Juarez with it. That one ends up out of play. I'm not even sure where it went.
I have no idea.
There it is.
Oh. Right in David's lap. So who's in Section 3?
So that'd be your St. Thomas Academy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Cretin-Durham Hall, Burnsville, Apple Valley. Well, Apple Valley, Burnsville combo. Egan.
Yep.
Kind of your south. Oh, here we go. Your south and southeast metro schools.
Look at that. Look at that assistant coach. Look at that toss. God.
Should have caught that. Still early second period, 1-1 hockey game. as Cam is ejected from the face-off circle. O'Keefe will come in. They've got Moreau on the right wing. Bulldogs control. Here's Draheim. Now Gugesberg. Deflected in off Cam. O'Keefe, the first one down. Drop pass to the corner. One-timer in front, but it was to his offhand. Cam tried to go down low, and there's a leaking eagle out at center.
Off. Oh, he was off.
There's a shot right on and a save by Liddell. Beauty of a save by Anders. Cam knocks his man down. Now Moreau comes in with a high hit. Cam tripped up a bit on the play. Banked off the wall. Cam's out there on a mission now.
Yep. I like him when he plays with a little edge, but just under control, right?
Yep. Not too much edge. Centered. And now a foot race in behind. Gugesberg shoves his man up against the wall, then shoves him away from the wall. Played back to the line. Benolkin down low. And a whistle and a penalty, roughing. You can feel that coming.
Yep. And that's one. Tanya and I were just talking about that on the way over. Just stay under control. The entire team, just stay under control, especially if they're going to call it.
Yep. So power play for Apple Valley. Eagles win the draw. Rob fanned on it, able to get the pass and the return feed near side now. Dropped off by Nolan out of the corner. Shot on, Liddell the save. Hollerick couldn't catch up to it and now cleared. Right back in comes Nolan. Twos shoves him against the wall. Now back to the line for Rob. Rob shot through traffic, rebound. Backhander, Liddell the save. Anders able to stay with it. Kind of shimming along on his left hip. And he's able to shut the door.
They've had a couple of opportunities, and Liddell's been there. Andy doesn't say shots. I mean, Phelps, what do you think shots are at? Fairly even?
Yeah.
15 shots or so apiece?
Yeah, something like that. Benolkin at the line, drops it off. Buckner, wrister save, rebound! Right through Liddell's legs, but wide. Buckner again, a shot, save made. 1 minute left on the Cam roughing penalty. That shot right on, and it's swallowed up by Anders.
Lots of opportunities for Burnsville this power play. 55 seconds left. Hopefully they fend them off. Yeah, Andy, I mean, why do I keep calling Andy? Phelps, that's super weird. They got this nice scoreboard.
Yeah, no shots.
No shots.
It was probably built before they kept track of shots.
Get out.
And that one got past Benolkin. Hagenmiller, Domrus, Twos, and Fredrickson on the kill. 45 seconds left on the Cam penalty. Here's Benolkin. Cross the line with speed. Gets a whack from Twos. Now Fredrickson in behind, able to steal. Twos trying to help out. Benolkin in behind. Domrus pestered him for a moment. Now Benolkin emerges.
Looking on the backside.
Buckner hands off. One-time shot fanned on, just like you called, Joe. That was Link. Domrus defending, centered. It was deflected all the way through. Shot from close range, save, rebound, fluffed down by Liddell. 7 seconds left in the penalty as the power play goes on. Anders Liddell playing like a star right now in net for Minnesota River.
This is the game I like to see and been waiting for all season for Anders Liddell. He is putting on a clinic today.
Hollerick to take the face-off. He wins it. Corbin wraps it all the way around and down, and that'll do it for the Riley Cam penalty. Smikalski in deep on the forecheck. Here comes Cam. And icing against Apple Valley. It's the 5-6-7 line. Smikalski, Cam, Hollerick.
Yeah, you never really see this line.
At defense.
And they're keeping Corbin and Levi out there for D.
So Levi has been playing forward, the last 4 or 5 games maybe? Yep. Back at the blue line right now on this shift.
3 centers out there for the Bulldogs, basically.
Yeah.
Well, 4 centers if you include Levi.
Right. Hit off a stanchion right to Hollerick. Drop pass. Smikalski! Oh, off the post! That's the second iron this period. Shots we just got handed from our great PA announcer here. Apple Valley 12, Minnesota River 10 for the first period. Cam across the line, dips a shoulder in behind, walks out front. Top of the circle, drop pass, twos. His shot never made it on. Sliding block by the defender, Nick White. Now played out front, Hollerick with it in behind. Turnaround shot, he scores! Max Hollerick snuck it through, and the Bulldogs lead 2-1.
Seven from 6, they said.
Yep, Cam to Hollerick, and just a nice solid shot, but it seemed relatively harmless, Joe.
Yep, yes, it did.
And that's why you say you never argue the shot on goal, right? Just hit the net. That's all I asked. Hit the net.
Man, that start of the game, and I don't want to talk about that anymore. Never mind.
So 9:52 to play.
His third goal this season in the center, Maxwell Hollerick. Assist number 6, Riley Cam. Time goal 7-7. Hollerick, his third from Cam at 7:07.
Moreau pestering. Van Olken back to get it. O'Keefe is there as well. Stepping up is Frederickson. His shot never made it on net. Off the glass. They're trying to sneak that attacker out. Shot on and a save by Liddell!
That's what they were trying to do, get him to sneak out.
O'Keefe, nice little stick work there. Nearly got through. And now back the other way come the Eagles. It's Skoglund. Skoglund lifted one right off of Anders' helmet. Sent right back down low. Frederickson back to get it. He pushes White up against the wall. Corbin finishes the job. Domrus down to Chase. Buckner there first. He ducks under a check. Spins around. Now the puck loose in the corner.
Get it out, boys. Get it out.
Eagles moving the puck well on this shift. Quick shot blocked and tipped down the ice.
Really good play by Domrus. Little backhand. Just flipped it out of the zone.
Nice hustle down by Hunt, forcing the play, but over-pursued the puck. And now back the other way comes Minolkin, puts one right off of Liddell again, and that one ricochets out of play.
And I know we just mentioned it, Ryan, but looks like they moved Levi back to D and are running 4D right now for the last few shifts with twos, Frederickson, Corbin, and Levi. And then mismatch on the lines a little bit.
Well, Hollerick and Smikalski Hunt out there. Twos and Wackel. Juarez has been playing a lot of varsity time here as of late, but there's a high hit by Levi. Oof, that was a punishing hit. Twos clears to the line, not out. Shot deflected off the wall, near side corner. Hunt pokes at it. Levi had it up in his jersey. Kind of deflected high off his chest. Rolls in on net. And now Miller and Breckwalk will come out. They'll replace Hollerick and Hunt.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now, right? They got just moving everything around.
Yep.
With Wackel going back to D, so they put this third line with Smikalski, Wackel, and Miller.
Smikalski up ahead for Miller. Kind of had a funny little play off the wall.
Yep.
It didn't work.
Couldn't get it out.
Here's Breck. Up ahead for Miller, tape to tape. Beauty of a pass. Off the stick. They're saying offside. I don't think so, but whatever. Miller got a stick on
I didn't
it.
see it, but
Yeah. Whatever. It's past us now. Deflected down. Corbin back to get it. Hands it off for twos. Shot wide on the turnover. Hagen Miller. Corbin steps up to slow down the traffic in behind the net. Play back to the line. D to D pass. Shot looking for a backdoor feed. Boy, they really like that weak side pass. They haven't been effective with it as far as connecting on it, but they really have been trying to set that up. This one ends up all the way back in the Apple Valley end. Hagen Miller in on the forecheck. Reverse pass. Francis back to get it. He'll wrap it around all the way. Frederickson will step in front of that, but he lost it. He takes the man down. They just got tangled up. Played in behind the net. The Apple Valley fans wanted a penalty on that. But
I think they just
got tangled. It didn't look good, but Frederickson just kind of tripped over his feet. That's the way she goes sometimes, Joe.
Yep.
6:19 to play here, second period, 2-1 Bulldogs. We're in Litchfield on Thursday, Laverne on Saturday. Shot from the point blocked. That was punt. Hollerick steals.
My least favorite rink in Minnesota, Litchfield.
Yeah. Try to jam it out in front. It's sitting there.
Sat out
and
front.
Cleared by Hollerick. Takes it himself. Hollerick through traffic. Domrus was there. Now the Eagles back the other way. Flipped in deep. Twos. First one back. Plays it off the wall near side, but White steals. His shot hit off Domrus in behind for Hollerick. Hollerick takes a look. Domrus never touched it. It's intercepted and right back the other way. Gugesberg is there. And now the Eagles on a quick line rush. Shot on, save made, rebound covered on the shot by Keekley. And Liddell has been playing some terrific goaltending here in this second period.
Yeah, Bulldogs got lucky on that long change there. Bulldogs are a lot of late changes, it seems like. They've tried to make a couple changes, and
Keekley a shot off the face-off.
referee keeps sending them back.
And Liddell again with the save. Grant able to strip it free, but now the Eagles come back the other way. Speed, very speedy. Buckner all the way down low. Lost a bit of an edge, and now Smikalski is there. There's Frederickson. Under 5 to play. Outlet pass, tape to tape. Smikalski across the line.
Grant, first action tonight.
I think he had one shift in the earlier.
Okay.
Smikalski tried to center, and he got upended. That one hit off the dasher. They blew it dead. I think they thought it went out of play. .431 left here in the second period. They'll face it off at center ice. And that's what they should do when the refs blow the whistle inadvertently, and you just face it off at center ice. Bad icing call, whatever it is. In this case, they thought the puck went out of play. It didn't. You face it off at center ice.
It took an extremely weird bounce off it. Now he's pointing all the way down. Oh, okay. It looked like he pointed all the way down.
Yep. And we're ready to go. So they keep this 6-8-14 line together. Maroa ahead for Cam. pair of Eagles take him, and then Moreau whistles one off the back glass. Intercepted, and now Cam gains the line, slices past the defender, and then shoves a man up against the wall. And this one's iced by Apple Valley.
Yeah, I think having Wackel at D, they got to get a center for that second line, so they move Hagemiller off this top line, move Moreau over to his spot.
Yeah, over to Cam's spot. Cam to the middle.
Yep. It works. Good thing about a lot of these guys, they're very versatile.
Right.
My bad, I screwed up.
The referee's going to come in and give a little warning here. That's Buckner and O'Keefe.
On Buckner?
Yep. He's a spicy player.
Yep.
Puck is loose. Two
just a
steps up. Shot from a low angle. Big rebound after the pad save by Miller, or by Johnson, excuse me.
They had two guys breaking there. They both looped around at center ice now.
Frederickson stopped the rush. Now it's thrown to an open wing. Back to get it is Nolan. Long outlet. Was it touched?
No.
No icing. It was touched.
Or touched, or they thought he could have played it instead of the body.
Two is able to clear. Glove down out at center by Link. And now cleared by the Bulldogs. Link sends it right back in. Tipped ahead by Cam. Hunt back to get it. Takes a chop from Benolkin. Sent in offside. Bulldogs touch up.
Uh-oh.
They'll have to hustle up here as they're in a change. Benolkin centers on the back door and diving to make the play. Once again is Anders Liddell.
A lot of just rolling on its side and didn't know where it was. Dove at the last minute to save a goal.
Unbelievable play from Anders here in this second period. 2:49 to go. Sent around for Hunt. Too strong. And icing.
Corbin's been hitting the weight room, I see.
Yeah, and I don't think the angle that Hunt took on that pursuit was quite on. Hollerick to take the draw. He wins it over to Wackel as he was squaring up against Tassa. Centered. And Liddell with a quick stick and a cover.
Burnsville Braves state champion when? I see
85-86.
Really? Back to back, huh?
Yep. That was after an 84 Edina championship and an 87. Do you know who?
Pioneers?
Bloomington Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
Chance in front and another diving save by Liddell. That one hit off the side of the net.
No, Pioneers were 92?
91.
91.
83 and 91.
And?
Well, they won in 08. And that's offside. But they touch up. Wackel banks one off the wall.
Oh.
Miller knocks his man down. Grant with it. Grant shot right on into the belly and covered.
And what? And I'm looking over there, Ryan. They were runner-up in 83 as well. Jeez.
That was to Hill Murray. That was a great championship game. That one's on YouTube.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, 88 was Edina again. And there's a chance now. 89 was Jefferson.
Yep. And now, do they have a high school team as well, or no?
They do. Kennedy does not.
Kennedy does not. Okay.
The Kennedy kids play at Jefferson now.
Yep.
Kind of like the Burnsville kids play at Apple Valley now.
Yep.
There's a chance. Now to the near side, or the far side for Miller. Twos touches it down low. Smikalski pinching in. Frederickson right back down to Smikalski, but too strong. Francis plays it around. Twos, he'll shovel it down. Moreau off the bench. Circle, fan on it. And floated down. This will be an icing.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Just under a minute to play here in this second period. Now I'm drawing a blank on the 1990 state champ. I should know that. I do know it. My golden or my rule of thumb is usually if you don't know, just guess Edina.
Unfortunately, right?
But I don't think that was them in 90. Wacko. Now Cam with it in front. Hagenmiller shot blocked. That would hit a stick. Shot stick to the corner by Liddell. In behind the Bulldog net. Wackel is there. Cam. Nice moves by your senior captain. Fights off a check from Priest. This one's offside.
Good.
Just came out of the zone. 26.5 left. Second period. Tied at 1 after 1. And then the holler at goal, the difference.
I will say this. Oh, boy.
That one off the glove. And out
Bulldogs
of
got
play.
lucky there. Face off right outside the zone and 2-on-2 with speed going the other direction.
Well, Liddell got the big catching glove in the way and ricocheted off that up and out of play. Quick shot again.
Speaking of the glove.
Man, Anders is looking so sharp. Our goaltending has really been, just all three of them have played so well this year. It's been fun to watch. Quick rush. That one never came off the dasher until it was too late. $11.1 to go. Time for a rush if they can win the draw again. Hagenmiller centering Moreau and Cam. Toward the net in the slot. 5 seconds, and Wackel got a stick on it. They'll have to shoot it now. Never got a chance. Bulldogs lead 2-1 after 2. Back with more here in just a few minutes. Back here in Burnsville, getting set for period number 3. Welcome back, everyone. Ryan Phelps, Joe Kane, Bulldog Hockey on the air. Minnesota River leading Apple Valley 2-1.
Woo! Shots that period, Ryan. 20-6. And Anders Liddell stood on his head.
Yeah, he had a fantastic period. Bulldogs will be traveling right to left on your screen here in this third period, wearing their road blues. Apple Valley in all white, moving left to right. I'd like to see gold breezers with that uni. I think it would look better. Hagen Miller wins the draw. High stick. Who's going? It'll be Apple Valley's Colton Himmelwright. 2 minutes for high sticking, so a power play for Minnesota River to start this third period. See if we can keep the hot action down in this left end.
Yes.
Eagles able to clear off the draw.
2 minutes for high sticking at 8 seconds. Himmelwright high sticking at 8 seconds.
Here's twos. Lost it. And no messing around. Apple Valley just clears it. Drop pass for twos. Right back to Cam. Riley down in behind. Up top for Moreau. Twos. Shot blocked. Got it right back. Here's Moreau. Walks in a shot.
Oh.
If that's on net, Joe, that probably is in. Penalty coming up. It's going to go against Riley. Interference is the call. He's not going to like that one either. Well, that'll negate the power play. So still 1:14 left in the Himmelwright high stick. We'll play 4-on-4 for that 1:14. And then Apple Valley will have a shortened 46-second power play.
Riley's second of the day.
Eagles win the draw. Played down low and out to the near side. Wackel there first. Hollerick flips it all the way down. Smikalski in a foot race. Van Olken gets there first. He'll circle the net. Chips it off the wall to himself. Speedy. Backhander. Forehand and cleared by Corbin.
Saved by Corbin there.
All the way back in behind for Fredrickson. Now Smikalski with it. Up ahead for Hollerick, but missed. Icing waved off. Hollerick hustling down. He'll get there first. Hits the brakes and then fell, and Cole takes a dive. Closing 15 seconds of the Himmelwright penalty. They're offside, and Fredrickson just gave it away. Van Olken with it. The moms are getting upset over to my right over here, Joe. The moms are getting upset.
Must be a close game. They're starting to yell.
That's right. They're offside at the Bulldog blue line. Just 3 seconds remaining in the Himmelwright penalty. Apple Valley controls. Penalty time expires. Icing the call.
Ooh. As soon as the penalty expired, he flipped it down. Like to see that start of the.
He was trying to hit his teammate in stride, but it was a knee-high pass and a fast one. So 44 seconds of penalty time to kill off here for the Bulldogs. They start with a face-off win, but controlled by Apple Valley. All the way around to the near side and a turnover. Frederickson holds his man off. Two's back to get it. This one played out of midair.
Close to high stick.
I thought it might have been, but Bulldogs will change all 4 killers. 20 seconds left in the shortened Apple Valley power play. Gugesberg, nice job holding off the rush that time by Noland. Cam Noland the 4th, its poster says.
Jeez.
I like it.
Bulldogs 3 for 3 on killing off the power play penalty today.
3 minutes gone here in this third period.
Penalty-ridden third period, right?
So far. Let's hope that stops. Benolkin knocked down by Smikalski. Cam dips the shoulder. Ridden into the end wall. Smikalski there to take over. Drop pass down low. Cam couldn't grab a hold of it.
Shoot.
Sent right back in. Off the dasher and down. Eagles finishing up a line change. Sent down, tipped in by
Good
Cam.
tip in. Good play by Twos there.
Check throw, nice little hip check in behind the net. Kept in at the line by Twos. He'll throw it down to an open corner. Hollerick. Fancy play between the legs, down low and behind for Cam. Riley Cam. Missed on the backhand pass. Hollerick able to seal off the wall. Goes for a shot from behind the net.
Same spot where he scored last time almost.
Played on ahead for White. This is Benolkin. One of the Apple Valley coaches told us before the game that their best player is forced to play back at defense. Here's a shot for Wagenmiller. Ice waved off.
Who are they saying touched it?
Centered. Well, they say that their best player is forced to play defense because they're a little short at defense. After watching this game now for 2 periods, I know they're talking about Benolkin. He's the best player on the ice for Apple Valley tonight. Number 12. Centered out front. Put just wide. Puck loose. And now Moreau able to pick it up and clear. And it's a 2-on-1 with O'Keefe. O'Keefe to the line. No. They're saying offside. He drug his leg.
He drug his foot. There's no way.
The ref had the whistle in his mouth before the play even happened.
I look up over the dads right over my left shoulder. They're all shaking their heads.
No, that he decided that before the play happened.
Yep. Moreau did a good job staying on side.
Miller across the line. Wackel down low. Miller couldn't hold on to it. Smikalski sweeps it in behind. Rob fanned on it. Gets a second chance at it, though. Here's Levi out at center. He'll just send it right back in. First one back is Noland. This is Rob. Wackel pinching in. Nice job. Gets it to Smikalski. A shot. Glove save. Rebound! Oh, off the side of there. It was at a post.
That's the third post the Bulldogs have hit this game.
That was Breck Wackel. And now a rush for Apple Valley. They score.
Anders thought he had it.
Yep, that's one he'll want back. He's played such a spectacular game. Spencer Miller, second of the game.
Boy, tide changed quick. Thought we had one with Wackel off the post, and then Miller puts it in the back of the net for Burnsville.
Scoring for Apple Valley Burnsville, his second goal in the game and 4th of the season. Number 13, Spencer Miller, unassisted.
Well, Joe, as they say,
Time of the goal,
that's hockey.
5:46.
Yep.
Miller, his 4th, unassisted at 5:46.
Check thrown by Gugesberg, and now a rush the other way. Keekley, ridden down in the corner by Hunt. Twos is there now. Hollerick emerges with it. Hunt avoids a hit from Priest. Sends it to Guggesberg. Let's move it ahead, boys. Played off the wall and out. Hollerick sweeps it, but that wall was sealed that time by Marshall Link. Twos has to hustle. I don't think he realizes that Keekley is in on the play. Chipped off the wall by Twos. Twos comes in like a wrecking ball. Twos. Oh, I was watching behind the fence.
So was I.
Oh, there's a man open in front. Sorry, folks. I got distracted there.
I was watching the same thing. Makes me laugh. You got lucky, though.
Here's a chance now the other way. O'Keefe in a foot race. Chops at it. It's Cam forced it in behind. O'Keefe is there. Calling for it is Hagenville. O'Keefe walks out. Shot right on, and it's swallowed up. A little pushing and shoving after the play. I think that was Luke Tassa and Riley Cam. Love that linesman out there. He's a peacemaker. Every time something goes on, he just steps in between them.
And pushes them away, yep.
Frederickson fanned on it. Is able to slow Smith down enough, and now poked away. Chipped off the glass again, glove down. Played back into the Bulldog zone. Hagenmiller fights off his man. Plays it near side for Frederickson. For O'Keefe. O'Keefe with it now. Right off the glass ahead for Cam. Cam settles it down. Cam walking in. Oh, and he got caught from behind. He was trying to hold off the defender. And now here comes Smikalski in. Drop pass for Walker, way too far behind him.
Shoot.
Poked on ahead. Great back check by Breck Wackel. Nice little give and go for Benolkin. Smikalski got in the way of that. Twos runs into Priest. Smikalski toward the net, and now right back the other way comes Skoglund. Skoglund walks in and fired it wide. Turnaround shot right on. Twos able to clear, and we'll have an icing.
I don't mind that play by Twos.
No, not at all.
They all needed a change. And Anders left it out front. He just flipped it down the ice.
You know, it's a far from a sellout crowd here, Joe, but it is a lively crowd at Burnsville here tonight.
Yes, it is.
It's fun. There's not an open section. It's just kind of filtered throughout. A lot of empty seats, but still a good, fun atmosphere here tonight. And now a 2-2 hockey game. That helps. We're past the midway point of the third period.
Ryan, I'm surprised. Burnsville, Apple Valley, like, no real student section here, you know?
No, in fact, they're kind of spread out.
Yeah.
But you've got two schools that don't like each other.
Yep.
And it's a new partnership. Quick shot and a glove save by Liddell. But as you look around, Joe, and maybe you can show the fans here, there's students down in the corner. There's students over on the half wall here. There's students right down below us here.
Yep, and then students in the other corner.
Yeah, and then students down there in the near corner. Walk goal. Here's Hollerick with it. And he lost it. But he gets it back. Ton is under his foot now. Hollerick walking in and just off the path. And shoveled just wide, still loose and out clear to the wall. Boy, that's making something out of nothing, which looked like something to begin with.
And moms are sitting here. Moms are sitting here yelling, "Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!"
Bounce pass, O'Keefe. Tried to get it to Hollerick, and now cleared out. Glove back down, zone clears. Here comes Cam, through traffic right on. Johnson, the save. You know, I'll say this about several of our last shots. And again, I'm not saying that they're bad shots. Keep shooting the puck, keep getting them on net. But many of the last several shots have been right into that eagle on his chest. But I would take that over one off the glass.
Oh, Moreau just got cross-checked. No penalty.
Yeah, he's slow to go off. Centered. Gugesberg couldn't pull the trigger, and now back the other way comes Benolkin.
They missed that one. That was as blatant as I don't know if it was a butt end or a cross-check, but Moreau went down almost right away.
Here's twos. Reverse pass to O'Keefe. In behind, Cam is tripped. Ref had his back to it. I looked out here at center, and he wasn't making the call. No one's thrown in. Behind. 6.5 to play. Still haven't seen Juarez back out on the ice again, defensively.
There. Oh, yep.
Or Draheim, have we?
No, or Smoother, really, either.
No, you're right.
Just playing their 4.
Yep, the 4, top 4. Well, in that top 4, including Wackel, right?
Yep.
There's Wackel there, takes a chop. Puck loose, centered, tipped ahead, to the line, but not out. Rob.
You got to do everything in your power, boys, to get that out of the zone.
Nice save made by Liddell in the second chance. Smikalski on the back check.
These boys are tired. They've been out there a while for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Miller's worn out.
Yep.
Shot right through. Nice skate save by Fredrickson. And Grant will just float it back down. Bulldogs will change all 5. Quickly back the other way comes Buckner. He lost it. Sends it down deep. Hollerick bracing for the hit. Puck on the side of the net. Loose underneath, and Liddell able to cover. Gugesberg shoving Gilbertson down, and then Gilbertson shoving Gugesberg right back. And then Himmelwright coming in and saying words to Corbin. Tempers flare. Cooler heads prevail.
Figured it would be 5-on-5 with 2 roughing calls there, but
5:08 to play here in the third, a tie hockey game, 2-2. Bulldogs win the draw. Hunt clears it. Domris giving chase. Big check thrown by Gugesberg. That was a little message from the previous fracas.
yep.
Domris ahead for Hunt. Benolkin. And that kid's everywhere. Got past twos. Chance now. Shot in the glove save as Gilbertson came in with that wrister. .436 left.
Pretty evenly balanced third period, I'd say, Ryan.
Yeah, very much.
Up and down hockey, a few scoring chances for each team. Burnsville putting one in, though. Bulldogs hitting one post.
Yep. Off the wall, a shot right on, stick save, and now glove down by Riley. That shot right on. Off a deflection, and Liddell makes the save. Well, the Eagles starting to buzz a little bit here again now, Joe.
Yep. Need this line to stay hot. They've been doing it for a while.
Oh, pass to the point, and Benolkin had moved.
Ooh.
So it clears all the way back down into the Eagle zone.
Maybe not. I was thinking, looking at this line, but Coach Miller changed it up a little bit. He put Smiakowski, Hollerick, and Cam on a line together.
Smikalski does a nice job of stopping the Benolkin rush. Two's back for it. Plays it ahead. It was not touched. Oh, it was touched. Icing waved off. This one's wrapped around quickly. Hollerick able to hold it. And now it leaks out. Cam turns it around at center ice ahead for Smikalski. Smikalski shot right into the breadbasket and covered. 3:33 on the clock, third period. So some good looks for Apple Valley. Some good shots for Minnesota River, but the looks aren't as good. A lot of our last several shots have been outside.
Yep.
3-on-2 the other way. Drop pass, White shot, save made by Liddell. That line led to the first goal, and then of course Miller had the second one as well, unassisted.
Kind of a weird shot. You got a guy trailing. I don't know why you wouldn't have gone low on that, but
O'Keefe.
Get out.
Pass was behind Hunt. Hagenmiller is there. He'll get the line. Down low, Hunt and O'Keefe. Hunt pulls it free. Here's Hagenmiller calling for it in the slot. Cleared out. Two's back to get it. Rolling puck.
Two's is taking some short breaks this third period.
That one deflected off the glass, so no icing. Two's in. Oh, there's a chance on the back door. Hunt is there. It's loose, and they can't get it past Johnson. Penalty coming up against Apple Valley. Rister, and it's swallowed up. Power play coming up for Minnesota River.
Carter got lucky he didn't get one right at the end. After the guy slashed him, he went back, and Carter went back and slashed him. Carter was lucky he didn't get a retaliation.
This would be Noland. Oh, they did get Hunt.
Yep.
We'll play 5-on-5. Yep. So there goes the power play. Miller wants an explanation. Coach Miller.
That's a second.
We need one more out there for the Bulldogs. Riley comes out. So Cam, Smikalski, Hollerick, Wackel, and Gugesberg. 2:35 left. There's a shot! Rebound! And Cam couldn't get it. And icing.
2 minutes for interference. On Apple Valley Rangers, number 22 from Cam Hall. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Carter's in the penalty box. He says, interference!
Interference. Nolan and Apple Valley Burnsville cross-checking. Minor penalties at 14:25.
Puck is underneath the pile. Now Gugesberg. Cleared out to center and flipped in by Himmelwright. Cam has it. Flipped down. Bouncing puck. Hollerick.
And then Cam got.
It's underneath Hollerick. He's got Smikalski. Smikalski in the slot. And he's drilled from behind. Two's. Floated out front. Frederickson will just hand it back to Hollerick. And now ahead for Cam. Cam lost it in his skates. Gets it ahead. And now we've got a rush the other way. Here comes Two's with it. Two's on his backhand. Took just a half second too long to get the shot off. Minute 25 left in this one. Here comes Benolkin again. Don't let him get speed. Hagenmiller catches up to him. He hits the brakes. Hagenmiller stays on him. Couldn't get it in deep. Miller battles for it. Two's there to help out. Benolkin heads off. It's about a 17-minute shift he's on. 16, I guess. There's just a minute left. There's a chance! And it was just in Domera's skates. Under a minute now to go.
Domros and Frederickson saw each other just a little out in front of him or a little behind him.
Driven back in. Miller in on the forecheck to get past him. 45 seconds left. Poked off Spencer's stick. Hollerick up ahead for Miller. Miller caught from behind. Able to maintain control at least across the line. And now White on the rush. Puts it in deep. Wackel back to get it there. Levi got through the defender all the way down. That'll eat up most of the remaining clock. Benolkin, Cam chasing him. This is Buckner. Cross the line. Intercepted there. White has it. 4 seconds left. And we get some bonus hockey here on a Tuesday night in Burnsville as we head to overtime.
We will have a 3-minute rest period followed by 8 minutes sudden death overtime.
So a short timeout, and we'll come back with our final period. It's Apple Valley 2, Minnesota River 2. Yeah. Well, good to see you on your feet. Back here in Burnsville. Shots through 3 periods. Apple Valley 41, Minnesota River 26.
That third
so
period.
10-9 Bulldogs in that third. Here we are, sudden death overtime. 5-on-5, 8 minutes on the clock, Joe. Bulldogs traveling left to right on your screen. Shot from the point, deflected wide. It was heading well wide, and I thought they would have had an opportunity there on the near doorstep as Liddell hadn't made his way over to the net yet.
And Twos was tied up out front.
Here's Cam.
Bulldogs 0 for everything in OT so far this season.
Smikalski stepped on a stick in behind. And now a chance for Hollerich. Cam! And out of the corner, Fredrickson sends it right back down low. Smikalski reaching for it, centered, but it was blocked. And now poked free. Sent down the ice and icing. And as soon as Apple Valley gains control, that winger on the weak side takes off. It was Gilbertson that time. I mean, it's immediate. Bulldogs are onto it now, though. Both defenders.
Bulldogs have done a good job blocking it. First period, they had a couple odd man rushes when you had Andrew Burns on the mic. But yeah, they've done a good job blocking the last 2 periods.
Corbin, shot blocked. And now a rush the other way. Here's White. He's got Miller with him. Miller's got 2 so far. He's got both Apple Valley goals. And that one's intercepted. Oh, Hunt. Oh, I thought Hunt had a breakaway.
I think Hunt thought he had a breakaway and he went with it.
Nice outlet pass. And that one ends up in the Apple Valley bench.
We all thought he had the breakaway, and then he forgot the puck.
I thought he had a breakaway. You thought he had a breakaway. He thought he had a breakaway. The music is skipping. Face it off out at center ice. Twos with it.
Now they're playing jock jams.
Poked free, and now a rush the other way for the Eagles. Flipped in deep by Skoglund. O'Keefe tips it ahead for Hagenmiller. Hunt leaking out in behind the defenders. Twos tried to tip it to him. And now back the other way. Here comes a chance. A shot right on. And the save made by Liddell. 6:12 left here in overtime.
Nate Twos was a lot nicer than I would have been. Kid tried to get the stick out of Anders' glove, and the stick ended up between his legs, and Nate went and picked it up for him. That's something I would say I would not have done.
I don't think you would. I don't think I would. But Nate's a nice kid.
I would have accidentally fell over, and he would have been buying a new stick.
That one hurt Moreau. Up the ice come the Eagles across the line. Buckner shot to the top corner. And Liddell, a brilliant save. Here's Smikalski. Saucered ahead. Wackel across the line. Hits the brakes. Wanted to go back to Smikalski. And now a rush again. This is Gilbertson. Gilbertson in a shot. Big save, big rebound. Wackel is there. Slipped down the ice, and icing against the Bulldogs. Wow, what a sequence!
Good back check by the guys, eliminates the rebound or the trailing Burnsville Blaze, and then who was it? Fredrickson or Wackel cleared it out.
Bulldogs win the draw. Twos in the corner. Back in behind, White is there. Takes a nice shoulder from Fredrickson. Twos emerges with it. Now Fredrickson. Played on ahead out to center, right back the other way. Quick transition for Apple Valley. Tried to float it out front. A shot. That one's blocked twice. But Twos in the slot. Oh, and it deflected wide. I think that third one hit Twos as well. Blocked by Fredrickson. That one hit traffic in front.
Liddell does not have a stick.
And Twos.
Good.
Wisely
by
ices
Twos.
it. 4:43 to play. Boy, what a shift for Nate Twos.
Bulldogs tried to get it out of the zone, and Burnsville just came back with their fury in the offensive zone.
Hagenmiller wins the draw cleanly. Wackel had his headman pass intercepted at the wall, gloves it down, fights off a check. Hagenmiller with it now. Sent ahead for Miller. Hagenmiller at the line, lost it. Gugasberg with it now, and he'll send it in deep. You call that icing. How do you call that icing?
Oh my God.
4:23 left here in the overtime period. Sudden death overtime.
Big draw here for Hagemiller.
Chance off the face-off, but they never grabbed control. Puck was held in the zone. This is Buckner, shoved by Gugesberg, and checked by Hagenmiller. Hagenmiller on the steal. Hagenmiller picks up the loose puck. Gugesberg is tied up in the corner still. Hagenmiller gets around, pokes it ahead. Domrus, he's got Miller out front. Hagenmiller can't catch up to it. Now Benolkin back the other way. He's got speed. Hits the line, crosses, checked on the play, and now Frederickson swipes at it. Taken away by Hagenmiller. Get up the ice. Let's go. Long in the shift, I know, but let's be late in the game. We got to get moving here, boys.
These Bulldogs are getting tired there. Still running 3 lines of forwards, though.
White hands off for Miller. He's got both goals for Apple Valley. Shot save, big rebound, and it's cleared. And we'll have an icing. 3:17 left.
Do you? I mean, looked at Ryan, asked if we call timeout. Anybody calls out as our boys are just barking out there.
Well, I think the Bulldogs are playing more lines, so they've got the advantage there.
Yep.
Quick shot off the draw, save, rebound, off the post. Smikalski ahead for Grant, not out. Turned right back around. Shot, save, rebound cleared by Wackel. Turnaround shot by Benolkin. It's in the slot. Another save by Liddell. Here's Grant with it, and he'll play it back in behind the net. White is there. He's pinned by Wackel. Smikalski on it. He takes a check. Puck is loose. Priest with a shot. Another Liddell save.
Hey, get it out of the zone, boys.
Wackel to the far wall. Grant, you got to win that one. Now Wackel ahead. This one goes all the way down and wide and icing.
I'm good with that ice.
And now here comes Hunt, Cam, and Hollerick with twos and Frederickson.
2:35 left in the game.
They want a new puck, I think. That one's got some chunks taken out of it. Too many posts and pads off of Liddell.
Yep.
They're going to eject the centerman Buckner from Apple Valley. Bulldogs win the draw again. Around the rail, Cam tips it ahead. Here comes Hunt. Hunt across the line. Hunt tried to center. Here's Cam with it. Cam! He missed the net.
Oh, right out front on the doorstep for Hollerick. Hit off the back wall, Ryan. I don't think you saw
Here's
that.
Cam a shot, and that one off the goaltender. No, I turned my head in disgust.
Turned your head in disgust, and it hit off the glass right behind the goalie and came right out to Hollerick.
2:14 left. Another new puck.
And Tyson's hobbling around. Shoot.
Cam wins the draw. Back to Wackel. To Cam. In front. It's loose and now picked up and carried ahead. Here's Benolkin. Benolkin to the corner. Floats one out front through the blue paint. And now here comes Hunt. No one couldn't catch up to it. Tell you, Benolkin is fast. In front. And Hollerick is going to go for hooking. Puck is loose in the corner. Benolkin with it. Shot, save, and touched by Hunt. So Hollerick will go. And I'll tell you, I don't mind the penalty at all, Joe. If he doesn't hook him, he's wide open in front.
Yep.
Minute 45 to go, and now a timeout for Apple Valley.
Which definitely helps the Bulldogs only having 3 defenders right now. as Frederickson's having his ankle looked at on the side of the bench.
In the second period, and now in this overtime, same end for Anders Liddell. This is some of the finest goaltending we've seen in Minnesota River Bulldog history. And I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. He has played fantastic in that net to our left.
I wonder, looking down at their stat sheet, I wonder how many saves he has this third period, Ryan. I can't see. I don't even know where to see it on there, right?
Yeah, I can't tell. But he has played terrific. And not just in this end, but for sure in this end. Now, Frederickson's heading off. He went to the locker room.
Yep. And Smooter's out there warming up, skating a little bit. I got to imagine they're just going to run Wacko, Corbin, and Twos. Twos might even play the whole minute 45.
Bulldogs come out with Smikalski, Twos, Cam, and Smooter.
Talk about a time to shine for Jago Smooter. I don't
right.
think he's played in 2 periods. But we go now, Jago.
Smikalski to take the draw. Buckner shoves it back to the line. And it clears. Don't let him give that lane. Two's back on defense. It rolls right in. Liddell shoved on the play. And it goes to the corner. Boy, that was dangerous. I was waiting for a whistle because Liddell got run into.
Yep.
Nice job by Smooter to seal off Benolkin. Minute 15 left in the contest. Shot, save, jumping on it is Liddell. Now Wackel's coming off the bench, as is Gugasberg, to replace the defenders.
Domros and
and Hagenmiller.
Aggie.
Puck goes to the corner on the draw. Buckner with it. Makes Hagenmiller miss a shot right on. 1 minute exactly left on the clock.
Because their guys are tired.
Yeah, they've got their top penalty kill or power play out there the whole time. And they'll probably leave them out there.
Yep.
They want the Bulldogs to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Gugasberg, stick being held onto. Shoves a man down in the corner. And now Buckner with it. Back to the line for Benolkin. Hagenmiller eyeing him up. Don't let him shoot. No, stay on him. Stay on him. Domris now takes over. I don't want Benolkin with a clean look at that net. Skoglund in the corner. 35 seconds left. Domris. Buckner with it. Now to Benolkin on the half wall. Works his way up top. And he's gassed, you can tell. You just want to stay on him. Keep him outside. Buckner with it. Buckner, backdoor pass. It handcuffed Link. He never got a shot off. Himmelwright dumped in front of the net by Gugasberg. 14 seconds left. Back to the line now for Buckner. Near side. Shot through traffic. Hit Liddell and went wide. 5 seconds left.
3.
Played out in front. And we're going to end in a 2-2 tie. What a game here tonight in Burnsville. Minnesota River holds off in the overtime to get the tie here tonight against Apple Valley.
53 total shots for Apple Valley tonight.
Unbelievable.
51 saves for Mr.
That's
Liddell.
12 in the 8-minute overtime period.
Wow.
Nice finish offensively for Apple Valley, but I got to say, tip of the cap to Anders Liddell. What a game for the senior.
Yep, great game. Good battle. I mean, they definitely dominated the second period in OT. 2 periods were even, and then fury down in that left end, Ryan. So,
Well,
I will take that all day.
2-2 tie here tonight in Burnsville. Off to Litchfield on Thursday. We'll see you then.
Thanks, everybody, for joining.